Hi, everybody. This is Jason, and I am the fireworks stand manager for Crazy Cracker in Eagle, Nebraska. And today I'd like to take just a little bit to talk about the different kinds of artillery shells out there and how to make sure you're getting the biggest bang for your buck. Artillery shells come in all sorts of different sizes, starting with this adorable little Mighty Max. For the money, they're actually surprisingly impressive, and I always get a box of these just for fun. This would be your standard black box artillery shells, the classics that we probably all grew up with that come in crackling or whistling. They're just sort of the standard, nothing special, very limited sort of bursts at top, and the whole box is pretty much the same. This actually comes from our Firehawk kit, and this is a triple break. We have double break, single break, and canister style in this kit. This will actually have, with one shell, will go up and have 3 small bursts. This is a great example on why we want to be careful when we buy canister style artillery shells. While this does have a canister shape, it really is nothing more than a repackaged version of the original artillery shell. No more powder and really no better display up on top. And even some of the black box artillery shells now claim to be canister style. For a true canister style, we want to move to something like this. This is a mid-grade. This isn't, it's got more powder and it's going to have a more impressive burst on top, but it's still not the best of the best. Here is a full 60 gram, full load, top end canister style artillery shell. And when you put it side by side with even the mid-grade that we just looked at, there is a real difference. Now, the amount of powder and the type of display is really what you're looking for when you're looking at artillery shells. Of course, the other part of the artillery shell is the tube. And from this little Mighty Max tube that's a cardboard tube, these are pretty typical. And for something this small, the cardboard tube is going to be fine. This is a Firehawks tube, which is actually cardboard as well. If you use these too quickly, they can blow out at the bottom. If you give them some time to rest, they should be fine. This Black Mamba tube is a fiberglass tube. I have always had great luck with the fiberglass tube, never had them ever blow out. That's a way to go. Now these are Excalibur tubes, and these are the Big Daddy. They are reinforced at the bottom, and they are a composite plastic. These things you can keep forever. They are rock solid. And that reinforced boot where you actually have the launch point, man, that is unreal. So the bottom line is there's a lot of personal preference that comes into buying artillery shells, and everybody sort of has a brand that they like and go to. And some of that just is really the effects up on top in the bursts. Some kits have very diverse effects. Some kits have a lot of the same kind of effects. And that's personal preference. But there are also some things that you need to be looking for when you're buying the kits. And some of that is like the size of the canister, the weight of the canister, and the tubes themselves. And while you could argue that a fiberglass tube is going to get the job done, I really do like those Excalibur tubes. Those things are rock solid, and I use them from year to year. So keep that in mind when you're shopping. It's not too much to ask to see the composition of the tube or ask about the composition of the tube. And at Crazy Cracker, we always have a box that we open because I buy that box, so that we can show you and let you feel the weight of the shells and the composition of the tubes. So come by and ask to see. Make sure you always have the most information when you're buying the fireworks, because your display is your display. And if you want it to be great, then do your homework. And we are always willing to help you with that at Crazy Cracker Eagle. So stop out starting June 25th through July 4th, and we can make your 4th of July celebration the best it possibly can be with the best artillery shells that we can offer. Thanks.